Hello and welcome to this Astranti Connect YouTube video taking a look at the solar model. This is a really important model from the CPCAB Level 2 syllabus, and so it's one that you'll learn on your fundamentals course, your skills course, learning those counselling skills that you'll take forward throughout your counselling journey and apply as you progress. And if you do like this video and you want to see more of them, please hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. We are going to be posting lots of these sorts of videos as well as videos about the industry and counselling in general. And also visit our website www.astranticonnect.com for more information on our courses. And if you do want to join a level 2 course, we do have several courses both in classrooms at our various centres and also online. So what is the solar model? The solar model is all about communication. Of course, communication is so important to the therapeutic relationship between you as the counsellor and your client. And the solar model looks at how you come across. It's all to do with your body language. It's all to do with the impression that you are giving off. But before we begin looking at the solar model itself, what I want to do is take a look at some statistics. And I'm going to ask you a question here. How do you think we communicate? What do you think is the breakdown, the average breakdown in how we communicate? If we think about the words that we actually use, if we think about our tone and our tonality, and then we think about our body language, what percentage is each of those? So pause the video, take a moment to think of that, and then come back and I'll go through some statistics. Okay, welcome back. Well, there have been many studies conducted on this, and they all come out with very slightly different results, but the average breakdown is that only 10% of how we communicate is actually the words alone. 10% of how information is given across, handed across from person to person comes from the words alone. An average of about 30% is from the tone, and a whopping 60% is from body language. So 60% of what you say is being said by your body language, how you are sitting, how you are folding your arms, for example. So it's incredibly important that you watch your body language, you watch how you are coming across, because it is so important, and that can have a real impact on the therapeutic relationship. Even if you are saying things that are comforting, you're saying all the right things, if you are slouched and looking bored and miserable and that you don't want to be there, that's how it's going to come across to the client. And that is where the solar model comes in. It's an acronym for basically how to present yourself, how to present your body language. So let's take a look at each of those components in turn. So we've got our 5 components, S-O-L-E-R. Now, S stands for straight towards. You should be facing your client. It may not need to be absolutely directly face to face. Sometimes, often you'll see on television, or those of you who have had therapy, or those of you who are already in counselling, whether that's qualified or in your placement, sometimes the chairs are facing each other, but they're slightly at an angle as well. So you're not directly facing each other. And another reason why that is important, because absolute direct face-to-face contact can be seen as naturally confrontational. So having them tilted slightly to the side, you're still facing towards each other, but without that additional confrontational aspect, without that potential risk. But you're still facing towards it. You're not turned face to face, or turned side to side, where you're sitting like you were sitting next to each other on the bus or anything like that. So straight towards each other is important because it shows that you are focusing on the client and you're not looking elsewhere. Make sure you have an open posture. Sit back a bit, don't cross your legs, don't cross your arms, be nice and open. Also be aware of things in between you and the client as well. Don't have any high tables that are blocking your views of each other. Making it very open. You are expressing your own openness, expressing your own vulnerability here. You're not crouching over, slouching over, arms folded, protecting yourself, as it were. And that will allow the client to feel that they're in an environment where they can be vulnerable, they can share. Also, lean forward from time to time as well. This shows that you're interested in what they are saying, that you are responding to what they're saying. When they've said something, you lean forward because you're interested in that. You want to hear more about that. You're basically saying to them, oh, that's an interesting point. Please continue when you lean forward. So that, again, is another important tip. Also, maintain eye contact. Now, of course, there are limits to this. You shouldn't be trying to have a staring contest with your client, but you should generally remain looking at them eye to eye. And particularly at certain points, if you're talking to them, perhaps you can look away a bit, and then when you come back to make the main point of what you're trying to say, be looking at them in the eyes when you make that main point. But of course, there is a limit to this. You don't want to be having a staring contest. Again, that is very confrontational and it's very unnatural. And finally, R is to be relaxed. Be relaxed in your own posture. Be relaxed in your own body language as well. Don't be tense. Don't be aggressive in your body language. Because again, you want the client to feel that they are in a safe environment where they can be vulnerable. And they can express things and they can reveal what they want to reveal. And you may also have heard of this model as the SOLERB model. There is an additional B to this, which is sometimes used, and that B is to do with breathing. It's to do with regulating your breath. So you're not exhaling at the wrong moment. You may need to exhale because you've been holding your breath, trying to listen, etc. But if you let out a big exhale at the wrong moment, it's going to sound like you're just, oh, what are they talking about now? What are they going? It's going to come across really poorly. So make sure you are nicely regulating your breathing. You're not breathing loudly. You're not breathing sharply. You're not giving away anything of how you're feeling based on your breathing. And you might be thinking, well, this is all well and good, but I plan on being an online counsellor, or what does it mean for online counselling? Does it matter for online counselling? Does body language matter? Well, of course, there's going to be less body language communication when you're online, when you're facing each other through a Skype screen, through a Zoom screen, etc. So in that case, in that instance, actually the words and the tone become even more important because they become a larger component of what and how you are communicating. But it's not to say that body language is important. In fact, certain parts of body language become even more important because the rest of it, because the open posture and all those sorts of things may not be visible online. So it's the still visible body language becomes even more important. And so you have to be very, very mindful of that. And just going to give you an example of some of those things there. What kinds of body language would still be visible through a computer screen? It would be things like looking uninterested, looking away, with your head in your hands, raising your eyebrows, all these sorts of visual cues that give away perhaps how you're thinking, or at least suggest that you're thinking in a certain way. These are all still very visible when you are communicating online, when you're counselling online. In fact, they become even more visible because the client may not be distracted by your other body language, for example. So you have to be very, very mindful of that. And particularly when you are looking at each other on a computer screen where it's very much face-to-face, and anything that any expression you give away, any looking away, or if you're looking at the sub-screen in the bottom corner because you're looking at your own reflection, you're thinking, oh, is that hair out of place, or is my skin red, I feel itchy, or something like that, then that is going to be really distracting for the client as well. So the key takeaway here is that body language, whether you are in person or online, so crucial. It takes up such a huge proportion, or it represents such a huge proportion of how you come across, how you communicate. So you cannot afford, as a counsellor or a counselling student, to not be aware of your body language and to make sure your body language is saying the right things to allow the client to be revealing, to allow the client to open up, allow them to say what they want to say. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it and found it useful. If you do want to see more of those videos, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be posting a lot more videos about counselling theories, counselling insights, and the counselling industry as a whole. Also visit our website www.stransyconnect.com for more information on our CPCAB courses. We do CPCAB courses from level 2 through to level 6. Doing both online and classroom-based courses, and we often have offers on our courses as well. So if you are interested in either undertaking your counselling journey or continuing your counselling journey, please check out our website for more information. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next video.